Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Charlie. Last name Wilson. And I was wondering if I could take you out, show you a good time, invite you to my house. Here's my number. Girl, you can call me. And don't forget it, babe. The name is Charlie.
Everybody knows who Charlie Wilson is.
I remember riding around in your car and you playing that and us laughing so hard. Like, who is this guy just walking up to a girl, just saying, introducing himself and saying,
"My name is Charlie."
My name is Charlie. That's his pickup line, just his name.
He could get away with it. Charlie Wilson. I mean, he's one of the originators.
That's right. He was that smooth. You're now in Cole County, friends and family, amigos y familia. I'm joined by one of the greatest guys I've ever met. Your friend and mine, Mr. Beau Banks, Philly himself. You remember how we met?
I would say it was 8th grade, and I can't remember what class it was. Or what was it? Yeah, it was 8th grade, Vance.
Yeah,
that's right. And I'm pretty sure we had a maybe an English class. I'm not really sure, but we sat close together because you're Alexander and I'm Banks. So
right.
We were within 1 or 2 chairs of each other. So I think that's how I met you. Yeah.
I think I remember us having a homeroom class occasionally, but then I remember you just being around in the basement. Like, I just remember you just being there. Like, I don't think there was ever any invites. People just rolled through.
I remember when I had first moved to the Tennessee side, I didn't have a whole lot of friends over there where my mom lived. So and Anderson Street was close. So I remember going over there at a pretty early age.
A little too early, huh? Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. I mean, there's, I thought about this. I thought about doing this podcast with you, and there's this SNL skit where Chris Farley sits down with one of the Beatles and is like, "Do you remember when you were a Beatle?" And it's like, he just asked him questions about like dumb stuff that we all know. So I'm like,
well, how was it? Was it fun?
Yeah. Was it fun? Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. It was Paul McCartney. That's it. Yeah. Paul McCartney. He's like, how was it being a Beatle? Was it fun? Yeah. I thought about recording this podcast with you, I was like, me and Beau can just sit back and talk about all the stuff that we did and all the stories and whatever. I don't want to do that. So, I mean, feel free to tell any stories you'd like, but
absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't remember that much, man. I don't know about your memory, but my memory is completely shot. Like I barely remember a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it's because of how much I drank or what, if it's just that's who I am or what. But man, I don't remember much at all, unfortunately.
Well, I remember it was usually 4 or 5 days a week. It'd be me, you, Aaron Arnold, Mike Wetzel, let's see, who else? Jamie McJunkin. We'd all pretty much go to your house after school and listen to, I remember that day that Wu-Tang CD dropped, the double disc, I believe. And I was sitting at your house and you put it in there and everybody was just in the dungeon doing dungeon room stuff,
right,
and listening to that CD.
Wu-Tang Forever, the double CD.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was it. We graduated from cassette tapes to CDs at that point.
Yeah, I remember to have a CD player was a big thing back then.
Yeah, man.
I remember it was either you or your brother caught a copperhead and brought it into the house and kept it as a pet. You remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that at all?
I remember having lots of pet snakes, but not a copperhead.
Yeah, it was a water moccasin or a copperhead or something like that. And and I'm like, y'all are crazy for bringing it in your house, but it's cool. Yeah. I don't know anybody else that owns one.
Yeah.
But
that was it. You're just trying to be unique.
Yeah, you definitely were. Very memorable.
Yeah, Austin told me a story once of like, I had a loaded gun at some party and I was like, shoot me or something. And then the gun like jammed and it didn't go off. I don't remember any of that. I think she's making that up.
No, I definitely remember that. I'm pretty sure it was at my my apartment over there off of Volunteer Parkway.
Yeah.
And I had my grandfather's, it was a 25 caliber pistol with a pearl handle on it. And you picked it up and thought it was a toy gun because it was small. And I don't remember I don't remember, was it you that pointed it or was it me that pointed it?
I don't know.
It wasn't me.
I don't remember none of this.
Because I wouldn't have done that knowing that it was a loaded gun. But I'm pretty sure, it was you. You pointed it at Austin, didn't you? Is that what she says?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you picked it up and pulled the trigger, and luckily it just didn't go off. And but that was my own fault for having guns loaded on, just laying around on the table. But we were stupid back then.
Yep.
It could have really been bad. Luckily, the Lord was looking out after us that day.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I lived with you. Forgotten about that.
Yeah, I lived with you there on the apartment in Volunteer Parkway.
Yeah, then that's where I remember. Yeah, I do remember that.
So back in the day, you were very good at drawing, very good at cartoon work, especially caricatures. That was like your bread and butter, man. I remember being in the basement and having you draw stuff on the walls for me, some tags and things, and yeah, but you really specialized in like caricatures. Do you ever do that anymore these days?
I rarely find the time. I can't say I've drawn a picture in probably 25 years. Jada's really good at drawing though, so I feel like she's kind of taken up the mantle on that. She's always in there drawing.
Yeah.
So, but no, as for me, myself, I kind of just put it down.
Yeah. You don't miss it?
I mean, not really. I feel like if you don't do it a lot, you kind of lose the skill, and I don't know that I could do it as well as I used to anymore.
Yeah, that's what Big Dave told me about rapping. He was like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
That's true. Are you still? I remember you were one of the best in the city as far as freestyling. You still do that?
Not as much. I mean, probably as much as you draw. Actually, I probably freestyle more. If you haven't drawn in 25 years, yeah. I mean, I'll be in the shower and just think up some dope rhymes, as they say. And but I remember. I haven't recorded anything in a while since the kids were young.
Yeah, I remember you were really good at it. You and a couple other people. I remember Kevin Springs used to be really good too. Yeah,
I'm going back and putting my old home movies on that, not necessarily on the internet, but getting them digitized. And I watched an old movie of me and Marcus and some people just hanging out, just putting on records and rapping. The movie's like an hour and a half long of just us, just record after record, smoking and rapping.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I don't know how. It's definitely. I don't know how good it is, but it's definitely entertaining. I was thinking about you've met a lot of people through your work. I mean, for lack of better term, you're like a career bartender. And I love that. I'm jealous of that because of the people you get to meet and the influence you have on people. And people love you, man. You can talk to people. You know how to get people open up. Bartenders are almost like a therapist.
I think. In a lot of ways, yeah. I mean, we even prescribe a drug, alcohol. Take this. Take two. Tell me how you feel in the morning.
Yeah. Take two. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's kind of turned into a career. I wish I would have been a doctor, but hey, we live with the decisions we make. So
yeah.
But it's fine. I still do it Friday and Saturday. Thankful that somebody still wants to give an old man like me the opportunity when it's definitely a young man's game.
You think so?
I wouldn't want my daughter doing it, but it's given her a comfortable life.
Yeah. You got any stories you can share that just stick out in your mind of like memorable bartending experiences? You can think about it. I've got one to share with you. You were bartending at a Chili's once, and Me and Eric was in there. And I was drunk as a skunk and ended up pouring my beer over his head. And you had to kick me out. You had to kick both of us out. I mean, we were this is a Chili's. This is like a family restaurant. You had to kick us out, and you felt so bad. You were like, dude, I'm sorry, man, but you can't just pour a beer over somebody's head. And I'm like, I don't know if I gave you any slack at the time.
At a regular bar,
Sure, why not? But at Chili's, it's
right.
it's probably frowned upon.
Yeah. I think like the general manager came over and said, dude, you got to get rid of them. And you were like, I mean, that's just what he does, but
yeah,
I still feel really bad about that. I'm sorry that I got kicked out of your restaurant, but
bro, I feel sorry for having to do it. If it was my bar, I would have been like, it's just Kevin. It's what he was doing that day.
Of all the people that deserve to have a beer poured over their head, Eric deserved it though. So
yeah. I remember he had a temper because he was always smaller than everybody else, and he would get angry sometimes, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he still does. It's calmed a bit, but he's still fireball for sure.
Yeah, I remember that. As far as stories, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I've got so many of them over the years. I started doing that at 18. I'm 47 now.
Yeah,
there's so many stories that I would. I remember being at T. Gordon's, and we would all go out to that Scooters bar, and then we would all have a good time. I don't think many of us were even drinking age yet, but we would all go there and drink so much, and then we would get hungry. So rather than going to Waffle House or like most people do, or Denny's or whatever, we'd head back to T. Gordon's and just raid the kitchen. Yeah. And the only thing we really had to worry about was just the security guards walking through the hall. But he would only walk around. I think we had it on a timer about every 15 minutes. So we were causing havoc in there. I guess those were the days before cameras and stuff. So maybe not. Maybe they had cameras, but we never got in trouble for it between me, Big Dave, and Aaron. And we'd always go in there late at night and make a chicken tender salad. I forgot what they were called.
Yeah.
But those were good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world. Didn't have any responsibilities really. The only thing that we really cared about doing was getting out of school so we could go to the dungeon and hang out until nighttime.
Yeah. We both had, let's say, questionable father figures. You think that affected how you father at all?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like my dad only came around on Christmas to give me like gifts, I guess, to make up for all the time that he missed. And that was just kind of, I remember that growing up and remember being, well, I can either choose to continue this cycle or be more involved when I become a father. And I've definitely tried to do that. Jada's basically lived with me all of her life. I don't think I'd have it any other way.
Yep. That's kind of how I look at it too. Like I was shown what not to do.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yep. Now I look at my father, and he's battling stage 4 cancer. Mm-hmm. And my younger brothers kind of had animosity to him for a while until I just had to talk to him and say, hey, look, yeah, he wasn't much of a father to us, but he's the only one we got. We're grown men now, so it's probably best to forgive him for all of his dumb mistakes, because he's got a short time left, and they're starting to come around now. So I think that's good. I forgave him a long time ago. He's always going to be who he is,
Yeah, it's I've always found it pretty easy to forgive people. I don't know why. I think I don't really hang on to grudges a whole lot. So
Doesn't do
that's
any
awesome.
good.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's awesome that you can do that for your dad though, and see that side of it, and say, we all make mistakes, right? That's just
Yeah, it'll eat you up from the inside if you don't.
Mhm.
You gotta learn to forgive and get
That's
the
true.
any kind of hate or out of your heart, because at the end of the day, it can't be. You can't go back.
You have any
Yeah.
advice for any girl dads out there asking for a friend?
Uh, Patience,
Is that it?
tolerance.
Yeah.
Uh, Try, just do your best to be patient with them, because they're going to really test you,
Yeah.
especially at 14, 15, and definitely 16 years old. They push their limits every day and push the boundaries, and try to see how close they can walk on the edge before you just totally flip out. But yeah, that's like, for example, today my daughter said, "Hey, can this boy come over and hang out in the living room?" And Sunday's my rest day, my
Mhm.
football day,
Yeah.
or I don't really want to be. And I don't know, when he does come over here, I'm going to be on edge, and I'm not going to be able to just relax. I'm going to be constantly, okay, you two better not be doing anything you shouldn't be.
Right.
Um,
Chaperoning.
Chaperoning, yes. And
Yeah.
who likes that? I wish she would do that on the weekends when she was with her mom, but here we are. So I told him he could come over for an hour. So we'll see how nice this young man is. Apparently, he's a pretty good kid, but
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I'm not going to like any of them ever.
Yeah. That's what I've thought too. I mean, people always say, your daughter's gonna grow up and you're gonna, break out the shotgun when her boyfriends come around. But I'm hoping that I raise my kids good enough to choose the right guys. That's all I can hope, right?
and
So
and that's a big thing. Them being able to pick the right ones. My daughter has had a spotty at best when it comes to hanging out with boys, and you know, you can't. You got to let them grow. You got to let them experience life somewhat in a controlled environment. I think it's positive. Otherwise, they're going to do sneak and try to do it behind your back.
yeah, yeah. That was my mom's whole thought process of do whatever you want as long as it's in my house.
Yeah,
And well, you see
yeah.
how that turned out. That probably wasn't the best choice either. So
Yeah. So yeah,
I think there's a middle ground there.
yeah. I think that's what life is all about. You just try to find the middle ground in everything that you do, and just hope that it turns out with the best, with a little prayer and luck.
I've realized that I struggle with trust. It's hard for me to trust people, and I don't know if that's how we grew up. Back in the day, we'd experienced a lot of theft, a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of it was hard to trust anybody. It was hard to turn your back, somebody would stab you in it. I
yeah, yeah.
I think it's how I was raised, but I was going to ask you, like, do you struggle with that at all now? Do you find yourself what's the percentage of people in your life that you find loyal or trustworthy?
Slim. I would say probably about 5%.
5%, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that come along, and people that you've known for a long time, but I feel like it takes time, and it takes time getting to know someone and getting to know whether they're going to be one of the good ones or be one of the people that do end up eventually stabbing you in the back. So
Yeah.
I'm probably a lot like you when it comes to trusting people, especially when they, let you down before.
Yeah.
I'm hard to forgive.
You think it's because of the past? You think it's
Uh,
something we
oh,
could work through in therapy?
I don't know. I think I'm probably just going to have this pessimistic view of people
Yeah.
until I don't. There's probably not any kind of timetable for me. It's just if you're a good guy, you're a good guy, and it'll eventually show. And if you're not, that'll show too. But I usually don't give anybody new too many opportunities to screw me over.
Have you ever gone to therapy?
No, I've never gone to therapy, never really talked to anybody about my problems. I guess I'm from that generation where we just kind of either bottle it up or deal with it at the time. I'm not against anyone that goes, but I don't know how much it would really help me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck in my ways.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have you gone to therapy before?
Oh yeah, dude. I've been in therapy since I was a kid. Like it's just a constant thing. I mean, I don't think I went high school through 27 years old. Probably from 17 to 27, I didn't go. That was just the wild years. But after that, before that and after that, yeah, steady therapy. I don't know if it helps either. It just, sometimes it does. Sometimes, and there's different kinds of therapy, right? But just talk therapy, just sitting down and being able to talk to somebody, it's nice, especially somebody that's not biased. I've gone to marriage counseling. That's not because we were having problems, but just to have a referee on some of the fights. Like she had her side, I'd have something my side. That's how I looked at it, but it helped a lot. It was very beneficial. The marriage stuff was, but we haven't done that probably 10 years. But yeah, I've been seeing a lady for quite a while now, and it's just nice to have somebody to talk to, just to unload all your baggage on, I guess.
Do you feel like you can tell them more than, say, your wife?
No, I mean, the same. I can tell my wife the same thing that I tell my therapist, but my therapist will give it a different perspective. My wife will be like, "Well, yeah, you doing that because you're a dumbass," and my therapist will be like, "You're doing that because of something you went through in the past, and here's how we can work on not doing that, and let's look at different options next time you feel the need to do that." And so I don't hold anything back from my wife or a therapist. It's just how each one of them responds to what I'm dumping on them, I guess.
I got you.
Yeah.
And positive, I guess, responses kind of help you make decisions.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yeah.
I got you. I could see where that would help. I
Yeah.
understand the benefits of it. I just personally, for myself, I've never done that.
Yeah. That's fine. It's not for everybody, too, I don't think. So I was thinking about, this kind of goes hand in hand with not trusting people. And it's weird that we talked earlier and I'm like, I can forgive people really easy, but I can't trust them. I don't know how those go hand in hand. But
Well, you can forgive, but you don't have to forget.
There you go. There you go. That's a great way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can forgive, but keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah. Just making sure that they don't screw you over again is. I don't think that that's a negative thing. I think that's just being aware of your surroundings.
Right.
Yeah.
So my kids are not street smart. I pride myself in being street smart. I can spot a con, you know what I'm saying? How we grew up, we know how to navigate.
Right.
Not necessarily that we grew up on the streets, but I have my head's on straight. I don't see that in my kids. And the other day, my kid, she went to a babysitting class and she comes home and there's our neighbors have a couple kids that she's going to go over. She was telling her friend, she said, I just did this babysitting class. I'm going to go over to my neighbor's house and offer to babysit for him. And the kid was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna make good money or whatever." And and then they split. Yeah, bye. Have a good day. I told my daughter after that, I said, "Don't tell her what you're gonna do. She's gonna go over there first and say, hey, I'll bet you just gave her a gold mine and an idea to go make some money. Don't tell her how you're gonna make money because she may beat you to the punch." And my kid's looking at me like, "What are you?" I told that to my wife. She was like, "Don't make her think that everybody's sketchy trying to jump,
out to scam her
to the draw that." Yeah. But I'm like, you can't just tell people how you're going to make money and then not think that they're going to go do it before you. So
It's true though. I mean, it's a cold world we live in. So I mean, you're
I
just
knew you'd
preparing
agree
them.
with me there, man. I knew
You
you'd
you
agree
just
with me.
you just preparing them for what's out there. You know.
Yeah. And that's my question for you is that do you think that street smarts can be taught or do they have to be like experienced and learned?
Yeah, I think street smarts are one of those things that you just have to live and battle through as a youth in order to have it. And as parents, you know, you try to give your kids everything that you didn't have,
Yeah.
and you're wary of the things that you did, so they don't make the same mistakes. So yeah, I would say that street smarts are something that is just learned over time and not necessarily taught from one person to another. I think
Right.
it comes with different different experiences as you grow up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I think you made a good point that we try to give our kids, every parent tries to give their kids a better life than what they had. And for us, that looks like, maybe our kids not being as street savvy as we were. So there's give and take there, right?
That's what happens when you give your kid a good life. You know,
Yeah.
they're not going to know that there's evil people out there trying to take advantage of them, and they live in this world almost like it was a bubble, but it was a bubble that we built for them.
That's
But
right.
so it's but then you got to ask yourself, well, if you keep your kid in a bubble, or will they be better adults for not knowing, or are we better off from crawling through the mud when we were younger,
Yeah.
and learning? You might not have money to do something, or thinking about possible crimes to get money because you don't have money like somebody else that you might want to go do something. So it's a different world depending on I guess your tax bracket.
Yeah. It definitely is. Yeah.
When you come from a home that doesn't have any money, you know, you're just like any other kid that likes to enjoy fun stuff. But if you don't have the money, you know, it doesn't mean you don't like to do it any less than the rich kid. It just means that you don't have the means, and
Yeah.
so, sometimes you explore different options to get those means.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
It's
my daughter never
unfortunate.
has to do that.
Right.
But our kids don't have to do that, thankfully.
Yeah. Thankfully, I guess I'll give up street smarts for them to go to Disneyland. Whatever, man.
But you know, on the other hand, they'll have a father that grow up knowing that their father always loved them and wanted them to have a good time and tried to give them everything that they didn't have. So
Yep.
if they don't appreciate it now, they'll appreciate it later, I figure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm banking on. Yeah. Once they grow up, they'll realize, oh yeah, you were a good dad.
Yeah.
No, I think they realize that now, right? We're good dads. I'm gonna put that out there in the universe that we are good dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jada calls me a helicopter dad. She says I'm all in her business all the time.
Yeah.
It's not that I want to be in her business. I just want to make sure she doesn't make the same stupid mistakes that I made.
And she won't. Yeah.
Hopefully.
We were off the rails. We needed some
We
kind
were
of
off the
supervision.
rails. Yeah, and I think we grew up in the right time too, because I don't think that with all this surveillance and everything that the parents have now, it wouldn't be as fun. I don't think. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember our parents. As soon as you got out of school, you left, and they didn't see you. They didn't worry about feeding you. Didn't worry about anything
Yeah.
until it got nighttime, and then you would come home and you would eat dinner and
Yep.
take a shower, and then you go to bed, and then you'd do it all over again.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different time now, and
It is. Can you imagine if cell phones were around back when we were young? Like the amount of stuff that could have gone on the internet would have gotten us all in trouble.
oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
When did you become a Philly fan? You were always a Philly fan. Why are you a Philly? As far back as I remember you talking about Randall Cunningham back in the day. Is
Yeah,
that why?
yeah.
Is that why you started liking him?
Randall Cunningham was the reason why I became an Eagles fan. I just
Yeah,
remember back then there wasn't a whole lot of black quarterbacks, and I just thought the green was
sharp.
I mean, it's sharp. It looked real sharp, and I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I just said, that's going to be my team. I don't
Yeah,
know why I picked them because we were terrible for so long.
yeah, yeah,
Um, Now it
yeah,
just seems like we stay on top, which
yeah.
it's a nice change.
It is a nice change. Yep.
Yours.
Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. So you've gone up there and watched the game. That's Philly's one of the bigger cities that I've never been to.
Yeah, I took Jada last year, and we watched the Eagles spank the Cowboys. It was a really good time. We got
How's Philly as
to
a city?
very old and
Really?
dirty,
Yeah.
but and cold. But the food is really good. I mean, there's so many just like little restaurants on the side of on the corners of streets that just have lines all going all the way around.
Yeah.
Alonzo subs, for example, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you eat a Philly steak sandwich in Philly, you can't go anywhere else in the world and it tastes similar.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Would you ever live in Philly?
Uh, I wouldn't want to. It's a very democratic city. I, to be honest with you, I like living in the red states.
Yeah.
But great place to visit. Great sports town. But no, I wouldn't want to live there. It just seems gloomy all the time, and I mean they got sunny days, but
Yeah.
I just feel like every time that I've gone, it's been cold and gloomy, and
Yeah.
not somewhere that I would want to wake up every day and go, let's start the day. You've heard of Southern hospitality. It's
Oh yeah.
as you go further north, especially on the East Coast, you see less and less of that. Typically down here, most people will say hi, how you doing when you opening a door for them. Up there, it's nobody's holding a door for you, or nobody's saying hello. Everybody looks at you like you're crazy if you do smile at somebody. So it's a different world there than here, of course.
Yeah. You listen to any new rap?
No, I hate it all.
The look on your face said it all.
Yeah, I don't get today's music. I know I sound a lot like my grandfather and my mom. I just rap is not rap anymore. They don't care about lyrics. It's all about weird noises, and I feel like the art is gone from rap. I still like R&B and some songs, but even in R&B, it's not about say love anymore. It's about who f this b in the club last night. So it's
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they call those love songs, but it's not really
No.
about love anymore.
That back in the day, the 8-Ball MJG Space Age Pimpin'. I used to put that on and think that was a great love song. And I saw some post on the internet a couple years back that was like, y'all know that Space Age Pimpin' was not a love song, right? And I was like, now, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure it was. And I went back and listened to it and listened to the lyrics. And I'm like, ooh, no, this is nasty. This is real. There is no love involved in this song. So just because it's a smooth, mellow beat, it doesn't
smooth
equal
mellow
love,
beat
so.
with even with the great lyrics. I mean, they could tell a story back then, and now nobody you don't see that anymore. They're not telling a story. It's hook and then some little short verse and then hook again, and I don't know. It's not music to me anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. That is a fair assessment, old man Beau.
Yeah,
we'll mark you down. I don't listen. I'm not casting stones because I don't listen to new rap either. So
I mean, I like my Outcast. I like my Method Man. I like
Yeah.
I like the greats, and
the Ruth are still doing it very commercially, but they're still doing it. Every now and then Black Thought will put something out that reminds me how amazing he is. So
yeah, me and Michael, it was probably about 10, maybe even 15 years ago now. We went and saw the Roots here in Knoxville.
yeah.
And we got kicked out for smoking and drinking.
Uh-huh.
And we were sitting like on the third row or something like that. And they were like, yeah, you're going to have to go. We were like, what do you mean we're going to have to go? And you were like, you can't smoke in here. I'm like, they are smoking 15 feet in front of us. He's like, well, it's not the same. They can do that. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, they tried to take our blunt before they kicked us out. We were like, no, we'll carry it out.
If you're gonna kick us out, I'm taking the goods with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I went and saw Method Man and Redman on 420, and I drank myself belligerent before and A-Ball and MJG opened up for him. I was drunk as a skunk before they even came on, and I had a pint of vodka in my sock. And I was just slamming vodka, and I mean, I don't remember any of it. It was awful, but February I'll be 4 years sober. So,
oh, congratulations, brother! You're not missing anything.
I've been there, done that.
I really just drink at work anymore. I'll have an occasional Blanton's when I'm at home at night. But never drink excessive when I'm at home. It's always at work when I'm drinking too much.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That is
like
crazy.
I had 14 shots of Jameson Friday night.
Good grief, man.
I don't even know how my body is able to handle it. And I'm able to work and do all of it like normal, count money. And then when I get home, I just,
oh yeah.
And that's when it all goes downhill.
Yeah. Yeah. Might as well drink on the job.
Fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot more fun when you're drinking.
Yeah.
But I get why you quit. It's you're probably a lot healthier.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot healthier. My memory's starting to come back. I'm a lot sharper, and I don't spend as much money. It was one day I had a buddy come over to help me hang a TV. I started drinking. This is like at noon. After he helped me hang the TV, I went to some guy's like dude baby shower where you bring diapers and you drink beers. So it was, I brought a bunch of diapers and we drank all the beers, and I was really into craft beers, and they had, I was drinking 15, 18% beers, just chugging them. And then after that, I came home, started drinking more, got online with my friends, started playing video games, hammering more drinks, decided to make 2 casseroles. Britt was out of town. I invited my sister to come over, and she came over and started drinking with me. I called my mom at like 2 a.m. drunk, just crying. And the next morning I woke up and I'm like, I'm never drinking again. How many times have I said that? Like a million times, right? But that time I was like, I'm never drinking again. I stopped. I never drank after that. So I drank so much that day. So drank myself sober is what I did. So yeah, I don't miss it though. After this long, like I can be around it. I can hang out at bars. I've gone out to karaoke with my friends who are drinking, and I'm like, I'll order a Red Bull and be fine with it, and still sing karaoke sober, believe it or not.
You've come a long way since leaving the police department when you were like 15 years old. Do you remember
that? I remember. Yes, I do remember. Out of all the memories,
that's all I'll say. That. If you want to add details, you can. But that's all I'll say. You've come a long way since then.
Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. So if anybody wants to get a hold of you, do you want to promote anything? You want to promote Jada's TikTok, or how can people find you if they want to find you?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Probably find Jada. She's on the Jada Banks at TikTok. She's probably got 75,000 followers. I'm always in the comments, just making sure everything is
being the helicopter dad.
Yeah. There's no creeps out there, but if you can or you can find me through my Facebook page. I'm always answering at that at Beau Banks. But yeah, not hard to find.
Where are you working now in Knoxville? Where are you slinging drinks?
I am currently at Finn's Irish Tavern. It's the old Baker Peter building. You remember that place?
Oh
it's
yeah,
the house. It's like 200 years old. It'll be 200 years old in about 5 years.
Wow.
They say it's the second most haunted place in Tennessee.
Really?
You
seen anything?
Oh yeah. My first year I was there, I was seeing things all the time, and then I just kind of I know you're not supposed to talk to them or anything like that, but I just said, hey, look, do me a favor. I know you're here. I won't bother you. You won't bother me. And let's just leave it at that. And I haven't seen anything since. But up until that time, I was seeing all kinds of weird things that would scare the shit out of most people.
Huh.
Yeah. For example, we've got this this dining room. It's called the green room, but back 200 years ago, it was the baby's nursery.
Really?
And a lot of weird things happen in there. We keep little candles on the tables for so people get the lighting.
The mood that sets the mood.
It sets the mood for dinner. And at night we're supposed to make sure all those candles are out so we don't burn down the house. And I remember opening because there's two big sliding doors, and you just basically open them like that. And I looked in the room, and there was about 8 candles lit on all the tables, about 8 tables in there. So I turned around to shut the door behind me, and then when I turned around, all the candles just blew out all at the same time. That was pretty weird.
Really?
I saw Slender Man in the kitchen. I was dumping a bucket of mop water in the mop sink downstairs, and you know how you can it was kind of dark, but like say somebody walks, even if you're focused on something and somebody walks in your peripherals, you see it. It was about, I don't know, maybe about 10 feet away, and this thing was 7-8 feet tall with no face and no hands, but I could see arms and legs as clear as day. Could count the steps, how many steps it took, and I was like, whoa, and just dropped that water all over the place. And there was a fire hydrant on the corner, I remember, and they have a little tag on there that's they basically inspection tag, I guess, because they have to inspect it every now and then, especially when it's in a restaurant. And that thing was blowing like somebody took a leaf blower to it.
Really?
Right after I saw that, and so I just started hightailing it out of the kitchen, just running as fast as I can, halfway up the steps, and then I realized I was like, what am I running from? It's not like I could run from this thing.
That's true.
And then I got upstairs, and everybody was like, Beau, you look like you almost look pale.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Yeah. And I said, go down in the kitchen and you tell me what you see. And he went down there, and it was July. So, it's hot.
Yeah.
And when he went down there, he said that he could see his breath.
Really?
Like then it just, I was like, I told you. He was like, yeah. I turned around and said, nope, I'm good. And but that was the last thing that I've actually seen, because we had that conversation the next day. Otherwise, I wasn't going to come back.
That's amazing that you had that conversation and they listened. They're like, all right, we're not going to push it any farther with this guy.
If you do believe in ghosts, which I'm not sure that I do, but if they are a ghost, I figure they are the ghost of the slaves that were in the house, because the house was a big cotton plantation. And I figured that I guess they were like, well, we ain't got any beef with him, so we'll leave him alone. Or they just they are evil, and I said, in the name of Jesus, leave me alone, and they hadn't bothered me either. So it's one of the two. I don't really feel like I need to press the matter to figure out which is which. As long as you're not talking to me and I'm not seeing anything that I can't shoot with a gun or kill with a gun, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that scares me, something that you can't kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But outside of that,
Yeah.
everybody else sees things that work there, but thankfully I don't anymore.
Yeah. So come on down to Finn's.
Come on down to Finn's and get your whole ghost experience.
Yeah. That's a good spot for this Halloween. Go down there and see what you can see.
We have a contest, a costume contest, and ghost in the kitchen. So come, bring all your family and have a great time.
You really sold it, man. All right, buddy. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate this, man. I've been looking forward to this. I sent you a message. I was like, I'm trying to have a lot of interesting people. And in my life, you are high on that list. So thank you for joining me, making the time. And I really appreciate it, man. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's always good to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well. Holler at me anytime, brother.